How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sim-Alot Makes, where today we're taking recipes straight out of our favorite game over on the Sim-Alot channel, Grounded. Now, the first thing we're going to be making is Billy Hog hot dogs, so we're going to play with our wiener a bit before we toss it in the water to boil it. Now, what they have said on the Twitter about Billy Hog hot dogs is that they are quite flavorless and bland, which is why they get thrown into the backyard a lot. So we're going to boil this guy for a very long time to take as much of the flavor out of it as we can. But we're not only making Billy Hog hot dogs, the other thing we're going to try to make is mussel sprouts. Now, in order to make these mussel sprouts, what you're going to need to do is grab yourself your favorite medium sauce frying pan, go ahead and turn your heat on, the correct burner please, Sim, there you go, to about medium heat. With medium heat, what you're going to do then is grab yourself some olive oil. I have Bertolli, and I'm going to go ahead and just toss about a tablespoon of that into the pan and let it heat up. While this is heating up, we're going to think about the way that we're going to make mussel sprouts instead of just Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to grab myself a bunch of mussels and a bunch of Brussels. So here's a handful of Brussels sprouts. Nice frozen balls there, Sim. Very nice. Go ahead and toss those on in there. Snake eyes. Perfect. Good job. Alright, so while we're letting those heat up, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt and pepper to them. That way we can try to get this to not taste completely terrible. And I've heard that Brussels sprouts are good, although Pete does say all the time that everything tastes like his dad's Brussels sprouts or his mom's Brussels sprouts. Nice flipping skills there. Go ahead and put that pan over there, let it sit for a little while. Go ahead and cover on up with your favorite lid that you happen to have, or if you're like me and you only have a couple of them, an oversized lid for fun. Now, once those are cooked up good and well, you need to go ahead and give them another little bit of a shake there, and then you are going to give them a shake, take the pan lid off, and look at your nice brown Brussels sprouts that you have. Nice sprouts there, Sim. You're doing great. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is the mussel. Go ahead and grab yourself just a piece of cube steak, because that's just what you have on hand, and toss it on in the pan. Yep. You shouldn't do that, by the way, guys. Throwing raw meat into a pan with cooked food already is not good, but we're going to do it anyway. Salt and pepper to taste for you guys on that guy. And as soon as you get that salt and pepper, put the lid back on and let it cook for a little while. Okay. After you got it nice and cooked for a little bit, you'll see there that you have some juices in there. I also tossed some water in there because I decided it was going to be a good idea to steam this guy. But while it's sitting there doing that, go ahead and just give it a little bit of a flip over to make sure both sides get nice and brown. You'll see that all the danger of eating this is now out of the way. Yeah, those are getting squishy too, Sim. Yeah, quit playing with it. You don't play with your food. Don't just put the lid back on and let it cook. Good, Sim. Okay. So this is just about done now. You'll see over here that we have the hot dog is still boiling away in front of you, and also our Brussels sprouts that poke the ball, that use something that's not going to burn your fleshy little fingers. And check to make sure that everything is completely cooked. Come on, you know how to, yeah, that's how you use tongs. Good. All right, flip that on over. There you go. Yep, give it a lot of pokes for no reason other than you're just giving it a lot of pokes. Yeah, that doesn't help the flavor at all, but that's okay. Then yeah, check your balls, make sure that they are nice and cooked. I mean, Brussels sprouts, that's what we're talking about, right? Yeah, Brussels sprouts. Oh, now you did it. Now look what you did. Just get it off. Stop playing with your food, Sim. All right, good job. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is tackle how we're making mussel sprouts. All right. So, in your favorite food processor, go ahead and get it out. Why am I using a food processor? No other reason other than I just bought it and I wanted to use it for something. So, just go ahead and grab your freshly cooked meat and your Brussels sprouts and give them a toss up in the food processor there. Normally in the game they would use, well, the mussel sprouts come whole, but they also would use a big bowl to grind everything up. Well, we're in the 21st century, so I don't have to do that, so I've decided to use my food processor instead. Grab your piece of meat and just give it a toss in there. Why not? You probably should cut it up, but just give it a toss in there. Perfect. All right, grab your favorite lid after you put your pan away. Make sure you don't burn yourself. Slap it on there and give it a couple pulses. Very good. And why don't you just turn it on high for a little while instead of holding that button. There you go. Turn it on high, let it get to know each other for a little while, make a nice good old paste, and then once your paste is looking quite pasty, go ahead and just turn off your food processor and just go ahead and take the lid off and let that guy cool for a little while. Once that's cool, go ahead and pull that guy to the side because we are going to go back to our Billy Hog hot dog, which has been cooking away for a very, very long time in the water over there. Now, what I have done is I've split this guy in half for two reasons. One is because, well, we just want a Billy Hog hot dog, right? So we might as well try out their Billy Hog hot dog. Now, in the game, the only thing it has on it is mustard, which makes me sad because ketchup makes the world go round, but we'll throw some mustard on there. That's a little bit too much mustard, but hey, we have nothing else that's going on it. So go ahead and give that guy a try. Make sure you bite the correct end. And how is it? It's actually not too bad. I actually really enjoy this, even though it's just a boiled hot dog for a really long time. We're going to call it a Billy Hog hot dog nonetheless. Now, let's get to the nasties, shall we? Okay, here we go. You got yourself your mussel sprout. There it is. Very nice. Go ahead and toss that over on that plate over there. Quit playing with it. Playing with your food is not good. Don't play with your food. Just go ahead and toss that guy on the plate. Good job. All right. Now what you need to do is adjust your camera over so you can see all of your ingredients. We have our apple core. We have our Billy Hog hot dog, Archer cookies, and mussel sprout. And here we go, guys. Push that on over. Yes, it's suction cupped to the table there, Sim, so just push it on over. Now I'm giving you guys a close-up on this so you guys can watch the good, meaty goodness of everything going in there and getting to know each other. So add yourself a hot dog, an Archer cookie, or as you may commonly known as an Oreo, your mussel sprout, and do not forget your piece of apple. All right, toss that guy on in there. Perfect. I cut that off earlier from that guy. All right, slap your favorite lid on there, and let's take this guy for a little bit of a ride in the blender. Here you go, and press that button, Sim, and let it go. All right, so this guy's going to blend up for about 3 or 4 minutes till it gets to know each other, until it becomes smoothie-like texture. The only problem with this is that, well, it didn't exactly become a smoothie. It kind of became paste, as you'll see here in just a second when I try to actually take it out of oh god, that smells funny. Go ahead and throw that blade over there. You don't need that guy. All right, go ahead and try to get that out into that cup there, Sim. You can do it. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's not coming out. You're making a mess on the counter. Just use your hand. Why don't you just use your hand? Just plop it on in there. Yep, there we go. Let's take it over to the other camera now. All right, so I have my smoothie, what would be considered the human food smoothie from Grounded. You guys saw that I made the Billy Hog? That was great. That was absolutely great. I'm not so sure about this. I have a fork because it doesn't pour. I mean, it doesn't come out. So it smells horrible. The things you do for Grounded, right? No. No. No, no, no. Never again. Never again. Anything like that, ever again. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my Archer cookie that I so rightfully deserve for doing this. But if I can tell you guys one thing, do not ever make that. Ever. Thank you guys all so much for watching the video. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one.